Do you have trouble nailing your chord transitions? Well, this can be difficult for more than just beginners. Anytime you learn a new chord, it can be difficult to start incorporating that in your playing. And I'm going to give you 2 tips today that are really going to help you start nailing your chord transitions. And the first tip is more geared towards beginners and open chords, but the second tip is something anyone can do at any level of their playing, and it's going to drastically speed up the time it takes to start nailing your chord transitions. So let's jump right into this. When you're changing chords, the most important part of changing chords is getting to the next chord on the 1. So if you're in 4/4 time, then you need to get to the chord on the 1 of that next bar, and that's your down strum of your next bar. And the reason that's so important is because you need to hit the chord transition on time. So that makes the least important part of your chord transition the back half of that bar. So if you're in 1, 2, 3, 4, it would be the 4 is the least important part. So the tip here is that you can leave early because, guitar is a muscle memory instrument, and if you're having trouble, making that move to that new shape in time, then what you can do is leave early. And you can keep strumming through this if you're playing open chords, or you can, go strum and not hit the notes, whichever's easier for you. And I'll give you an example of what it sounds like to just strum through it and basically just hit all the open notes on the guitar. So the strumming pattern we're going to use is 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut off that 4 and. So we're just going to change between a C and a D chord right now, and I'll show you what that sounds like. 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 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 that sounds good with more than just C to a D. It's really any of these open chords if you're going E minor to G. And that method, obviously it's not perfect. You don't want to do that forever, right? But it's a way to get your hands there in time, and it's a way to make what you're playing right now sound better. So you can play the songs that you're learning, and they're going to sound better than if you go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. And obviously I'm over exaggerating there, but if you don't get to that chord on time, then it's going to throw the whole song off. So if you leave early, that works better. And you can also do it without continuing to strum. You can go strum, which means you can strum your hand without hitting any notes, like 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 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 whichever way works for you. But then I'm going to talk about this next tip, and this next tip I still use to this day anytime I learn something new or anytime I'm having trouble transitioning between like a new chord or jumping into a scale from a chord or jumping around the neck. It really helps to just do this type of back and forth method. And this is really, you can use your right hand, but in the beginning I would just take your right hand out of it. And I said before that guitar is a muscle memory instrument, and what that means is the more that you do something, the more that you go back and forth between 2 chords. So if you keep playing a song with a C and a D chord in it, you're going to get much better the more you play that, right? So you can expedite that process by just removing your right hand from the process and just grabbing a C chord and going to a D chord and just go back and forth. And you're doing this on your own without strumming. And you could strum if you wanted to. You could strum every time that you change the chord to get used to it, right? On this channel, we like to talk guitar and try and get better at guitar. So if that's something you're into, then please like and subscribe. And it's going to help you build that muscle memory quicker. So if you do that for, 2 to 5 minutes or something at the beginning of your practice session, or if you're sitting on the couch watching TV and you just want to go back and forth, then it's going to build that muscle memory without you really even thinking about it. And the next time you pick up the guitar, you're going to be much faster at switching between those chords. You can do this with anything. You can do it, with bar chords. You can do it jumping between like a sixth fret or a 6th string rooted bar chord to a 5th string rooted bar chord. You can do it with, you know, scales if you're trying to jump into a scale. So if you have this A chord, you have your A major pentatonic part of it is right here. So maybe you're having trouble playing between rhythm and lead. Well, this is going to help you get there quicker, right? So you just go from your A chord and then jump into a little lick or something. And it's just gonna build those neurons and those neurological pathways, or, you know, something like that. And it's gonna make it easier. And you're gonna be changing chords in no time. If you do that for a couple days, you know, just go back and forth for a few minutes. Instead of trying to play the song, right, you just go back and forth. And it's just gonna make you be able to do it quicker because you're gonna build up that muscle memory. And that's a huge tip. I still use it to this day whenever I find out something new. So I hope you like this lesson. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.